Hi everybody, welcome back to Superman Crypto, your host Superman in the house. And now we're going to get into a Zen update for today, so I hope you guys enjoy it for the last 24 hours. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, hit the like button on the way in. Let's get into it. And of course, here we are on the Zen price on Ethereum. So let's have a quick look at how it's going. It is heading down to 78.6 on the Fibonacci, which is 2,700. And it looks like it bounced it off that yesterday at 2745. It's up at the moment at 2874. And of course, the price there just on a downtrend. But it's a good chance that it will hold the 78.6 with the Fenix and the Xendoge about to launch later on. So Fenix is launching on the 13th. It's only a couple of days away. And of course, we're going to be looking with anticipation on how much Zen that burns. And of course, getting the price cycles right in the old Zen price. Then after that, on the 20th, we've got the Xendoge as well. Just remember that we've got our twin candles coming out here with the over 300 billion Zen in both of them. So perfect timing on the 14th. And then I think on the 18th there. So we've got to absorb that. So let's get into it. On the right-hand side, let's pull up the numbers. Down 4% on 24 hours. Not too bad given the volatility in Zen. But we've had 186 sales over 183 buys, 51% of the sales, and the volumes, 51% buys, so 775k over 730 with 1.7 million in the top liquidity pair for Zen wrapped ETH. So not too bad there as well. So let's jump over to Dxzen. Dxzen had a good move yesterday. So Dxzen was managed to bounce off the 78.6 here on the Fibonacci. You can see it sort of moving along there, slowly drifting upwards. And yesterday, with the gas prices coming off after Pepe meme coin went down, we've seen the gas prices come off a bit. And yesterday, the low was $25.91, high of $40. And today, we're at just under $30 at the moment, with the high so far of today's candle of $35. So not too bad. Not too bad there on the old DXY. We did say it would a good chance it would recover. It has done that. We're up 15% for the 24 hours. 193 buys, so 66% of the trades have been buys. And the buy volume, 58% at 606 over 433k. Sitting at 541,000 in liquidity at the moment. So it's a nice little recovery. And not quite back to the 61.8. That would be $40. But we did touch that yesterday. So not too bad there. All right. Hopefully the gas prices will have a big impact on Dbzen there in the Zen burn as well. Let's go to the dashboards. And of course, Zen Turbo's got this update that we saw yesterday on the dashboard, making it a lot easier to follow the burns. Because as you know, we've got circulating supply. We have how do you get rid of circulating supply? You either burn it or you stake it, or you just hold it and it doesn't do anything. It's kind of cool too. But we see the stakes up there a little bit there from I think yesterday was just over 1.6 trillion, so it's a bit higher today. And of course, we're our liquid supply continuing to increase because the burns are just too low every day. And so we're sitting at 9.9 trillion and that's heading to a 10. But we do have those two big protocols, Fenix and Xendoge, coming up. And so let's hope we get lots of trillions of Zen burnt through those. Let's have a look at the actual results at the moment. So the burn dashboard. I love this dashboard. I think they've done a great job of this animation, which is pretty neat. So let's have a look at this. We've got Zen total burning quantity since the genesis of Zen. And that's 4.6 trillion Zen has been burned, $13.3 million at the current price of Zen. The burning ratio, 27.86%, which is pretty cool. But let's see what has been burning them overall. 1.5 trillion through the Zen NFTs. Dbzen, 3 trillion through Dbzen. Hopefully with the gas prices coming back, that's going to give a resurgence in Dbzen. And of course, the Zen Knights, 80 billion there through Zen Knights. Other stuff, 51 million. Fenix is about to launch. It's only about 4 days away. So that's very exciting on the 13th. So maybe 4 days away on the 13th there. So very bullish on Fenix. 4 days away there on the 4 days, the 13th. Yeah, 3 days, 3 or 4 days, depending on where you are. Fenix is coming in. So look forward to that. Let's have a look at the burning trend. Has been down every day. And of course, we can see the burning trend down every day there. We had, you can see that's kind of neat now. 39 on, so on the, what day is this? The 5th. Let me just zoom in on there. I've probably got it magnified a little bit too much. Yeah, there we are. That's a bit better. So this is much better. They must have been watching this live stream because they seem to have broken it down to the way I talk about the Zen burn, which is kind of cool. So we've got Dbzen daily burn there, 39 billion yesterday. And of course, we need that to jump up to the high amounts we used to have way back here, up at 138 billion. The trend has been down. So let's hope the gas has been going up though. So let's hope with the gas reprieve, it's going to be a bit better there on the burn. So pretty cool on there. So we want to turn around this trend. That'd be very important. Let's have a look at the grey at the moment, 53 grey. So it's definitely come off those 220 greys. We're getting up to 250 greys, definitely down at 53, but no one's minting quite at the moment. But I have seen mints around this time before. Let's jump over to the what else we got on here? Cost rank. So the cost rank definitely coming down about $8.50, but we were way up here the last couple of days, up at $13, $14. That's definitely come off with the new C ranks. Supply here. Let's see there, the 9th of May, we've got a 92 billion increase in burn there. So we had 39 billion burn, 48 billion staked on the 9th. So we have definitely improvement on staked and burning. That's reducing circulating supply, but we're still climbing at this stage. Let's have a look at our circulating, 59.8%. We're almost back to 60%. The lowest we got down was 56% on the circulating supply. So we've got a lot of work to do there, and Fenix and Xendoge hopefully will help us do that as well. I did show XenGame yesterday. That was pretty cool. XenGame looks pretty good too. Let's have a look at the 30 days ahead. Let's do 30 days ahead. We've only got a couple of low days ahead for us coming up. But then Saturday, Sunday there, 117 billion. And then our first of the twin candles, 336. That's on the 14th. But we've got Fenix launching here. And then we've got the other big twin candle, 325 billion. And of course, 2 days later, we've got the Xendoge expected to launch. I haven't heard any change on that date, but those are the two ones there. So two big protocols to help burn through all the Zen supply. We will see. Obviously, there's been a bit of a move into BRCs, so on Bitcoin, so it's a little bit of distraction there. All right, let's get into it. Let's go to Dbzen and have a little bit more focus on the Dbzen there. Looking at the burn, obviously, you can see based on the same as the Zen Turbo dashboard, 39.63 billion. So that's kind of cool. Makes this dashboard look very accurate, doesn't it? Up the top here. We go back up here. So we've got the dashboard there, 39.5. That looks pretty good. Matches up there, 39.6, pretty close. Today so far, we are currently running at, where are we up to? On today's one, we're at 6.6 billion so far, and we've got 8 hours to go. So it's actually probably not too bad. We'll see whether we get a nice little lift up here. Got a little bit of an uptrend possibly happening. We need another good day today. The grey's definitely come down for that. Let's see what the current cycle is. Yeah, way lower, cheaper grey. Remember, we were up in the 90s, 100s and stuff like that. 52, 51, 50, 65, 58. So this could be a nice resurgence, maybe a good Kickstarter for the Dbzen. We will see. Definitely the top one here. What's that? 10,000 in costs and ETH and 8,000 in Zenburn. So that's 18. You get about 60% back of this, I believe. So that's about 18,000. But the reward at the moment is 92. So you know people are going to come in and close that gap up there as well. So kind of cool. It's actually got a breakdown of all the other extra stuff that you get back there, which is pretty neat. All right. So that's looking pretty good. What else we got going in Dbzen? Dbzen there. Let's have a look here. We've got the staking still going up. The reward claiming pretty similar numbers there. And the unique users, pretty low at the moment, around the 50s and 30s. But hopefully it'll get back up into the hundreds like you see with the big moves and the users there. All right, that's pretty much it for Dbzen. Let's go to Jack in the news. The last 24 hours. So met with the Zen core team today. We discussed VMPX roadmap utility. So that's the BRC token that was successfully launched, took #1 spot for a while. And of course, the X1 Bitcoin integration. Obviously, we've got the T10 EVM chains and plus the two others, the second layers coming up. And of course, and then we've got obviously the VMPX. So pretty cool. XN tokenomics as well about that. So cool. Integrating Bitcoin is, I guess, a good move, but it does take a bit of attraction away from the Ethereum chains for a little while, which we're seeing in the charts. Perhaps you can ask yourself that question. Now, more exchanges coming up, listing the BRC20 VMPX or Vmpx token, and of course, BX there, BX is launched. So another launch there. So a couple of centralized exchanges. This is kind of good in terms of branding, in terms of new audiences. So I think it's only a good thing. The move has kind of got this big branding exercise. Beacon as well. Congrats, has listed Beacon as well. So kind of cool. VMPX on Beacon as well will also be qualified for $75 USD dollar each there. Now, I don't know this exchange, but definitely grabbing attention and some freebies there. A new mirror, Gate.io, of course, started trading at the bigger exchange, and that was really cool. If you've seen that on Gate.io, VMPX is trading there. Cool. On Unisat, of course, which is the main BRC20 marketplace, you can see that VMPX 15 hours ago was number one. I think it's moved around a little bit since then, but definitely doing pretty well. We crashed Unisat again, so Unisat obviously struggling with that, but also getting on crypto banter was a big deal. BRC20s and ordinals alpha with Ran, Zen, Sue, and Jack, so that was a pretty cool promo. You got these are big crypto influencers, so that's good news for marketing. Bitcoin, of course, Binance looking to add largest Bitcoin exchange, Binance, to add support for Bitcoin ordinals. Of course, these are the inscriptions on the Bitcoin sats, which BRCs are based on. Obviously, ordinal NFTs as well. Pretty cool. VMPX on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, so well done on that. So that was kind of cool. A lot of cool things happening as well. There is some pushback from the Bitcoin team. We see here Luke here concerned about Bitcoin ordinals using up a lot of the block space and prices there. So Bitcoin devs are trying to cancel ordinals, ? But definitely some drama there. Let's take note of that as well, because obviously BRCs were causing a lot of high gas fees on Bitcoin, as well as we've seen on Ethereum as well. So definitely a good time for Pulse Chain to come. That's probably what we would say. Very cool. What else we got going there? Let's look here. We're going to move past some of this. Let me just jump past to that. So there's lots of stuff here that have been put on around that. I haven't seen what that is. The largest Bitcoin company in the world is going to adopt Binance there. Ordinals have allowed for a unique NFT style collections to be inscribed on Bitcoin blockchain. So that's huge news, right? So you're getting up to maximum saturation and adoption when you get up to the big exchanges. So pretty bullish. And of course, early has been good, right? Early has been good. Very cool. What else we got going on there for Jack? So a lot around the BRCs 20s there, and that's pretty much from Jack. Let's jump over to Fenix, which is just launched on Polygon a few days ago. What's that? 6 days ago, 6.5 days, and we can see that on Polygon, it has still got 10 days and 11 hours to go until the first big reward plays out, and then 13 weeks, right? 13 weeks rewards going to be flushed as well later on. But this is the 3-week cooldown period. We've got reward supply is 273 million, so everyone's chasing that. And of course, the stake pool supply 467 million. And of course, a lot of people have been doing longer stake periods so they can get more shares and get more of that reward pool. And there's quite a bit of strategy in there. Crypto Braz done a lot on that, so definitely check out Crypto Braz channel on that one. Let's jump over to the Fenix dashboard here and have a look at the numbers. So total numbers, 6.7 trillion Zen burned, MZen, burned on Polygon for the Fenix token. Pretty amazing, $280,000. And today, in the last 24 hours, that's actually 87 billion has been burned today with 75 unique minters. So some pretty cool stuff there. So what's that? Another 33 million Fenix issued, which is pretty cool. And the total shares and the equity pool there, 11.3 million Fenix issued there. The reward pool, 8.7 million Fenix as well. So pretty cool there. What else there? That's pretty much some of the highlights there. You can see the equity there as well, 467, 673, as we pointed out on the dashboard there. Pretty cool. Fenix at the moment, though, liquidity is very low, $9,200, $9,000, very low, down 5% on the 24 hours. So still trying to find a bottom and a move up. So we'll keep a check mark there. But I suspect it's going to do a lot better on the Ethereum chain. And maybe we will see a bounce back at some stage in the future on Polygon. We'll say, but it's definitely burned a lot of MZen, 6.7 trillion there. Let's jump over to Joe Blau's done a bit of helpful in the lead up to the launch of Fenix on Ethereum. They've created some scenario samplers to illustrate how Fenix reward pool parties work. Now, this is only an example, and actual figures will depend on how each protocol matures on a given chain. So it's got a kind of cool thing with the 13-week reward flush address. And of course, you stake your principal. You get some rewards from the flush address. You add it to your Fenix position. Then you get some 40 more Fenix. You add it to your position as well, etc. So you can sort of see how you accumulate a lot of volume in that way. So a lot of people have gone, staked out very long for this. You can see that on the dashboard too. Let's have a quick look, see whether we got that showing up here. You can see the average stake and average term in the staking, so it's kind of cool. 542 days seems to be the average on the 10th. 1,926 days the average on the 9th. So you can sort of see some pretty long averages there. You can also see the breakdown as well. So let's have a look at the max period. What's that one here? So 6,571 days to 777 days, 18 years. So that's the max period. Looks like we're at 557 stakes in there. 8.9% of all the stakes there. Number of stakes 557, and a total amount staked there 27 million. You can sort of see the breakdown there, different time zones. So definitely check that out if you are participating, because you need to know how those profiles are playing out in the shares, because it's going to depend on the reward pool there too. M chart there, M there, just burning 60 million. So kind of cool. And here are the latest ones here at the days there. So definitely check this all out. Lots of data. I won't go through that now, but that's pretty cool from Joe Blau. Let's see what else. I think that was it. The highlights. Nice. Let's jump over to Razvan, of course, doing the Zen, Dbzen, Zen NFTs, and of course looking for Xenon coming up with the gas fees. Pretty cool. So let's get into some of his quotes there. 21 hours ago, the grey Dxzen miners steered burning Zen again. Started burning Zen again, contributed to a bigger payday for Dxzen stakers. So highlighting what I pointed out about the burn. So with the low gas, we're getting more burn coming back. Very important. What I said, day 47. Someone's getting some nice Dbzen dividends. I see no effort on social media of people chasing clout, trying to conquer others. Cool. What else we got there? Zen, kind of the Zen ecosystem with all the different tokens now. Pretty crazy. Now, Razvan, of course, got Xenon coming very closely. Mint Zen with gasless claims. So that's going to be very popular. People are looking forward to that with the high gas fees. Very neat. So that's the highlights there. I hope you guys enjoyed the update today. Yeah, what's big coming up? Fenix and Xendoge. Look forward to it. And of course, we'll follow up on that too. So take care, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and I'll catch you next one. Bye for now.